All right, it is a Food City Friday. We want to welcome Chef Joe McCray back to our kitchen, making a little dish to get our weekend started. And Joe, I'm going to let you tell everybody where this recipe comes from. It's one of his favorite cookbooks. It's called
50 Shades of Chicken.
50 Shades of Chicken. And you said it is a pretty good read. It's
comical. It's comical. And you know it's funny because I had to go back and look at when the last time I used a recipe was, and it was like April of 2013. And I said, oh man, I need to get something else than that. And it just reminded me of that when I was watching Jeopardy.
You were watching Jeopardy and it reminded you of 50 Shades of Chicken?
The book was actually on one of the clues on Jeopardy. So I went and pulled the book off the shelf and said, let's see what we can find that'd be good for a summer dish. So,
well, and I have to say that I love chicken. It's one of my favorites. We eat it a couple times a week. And so that cookbook with all the different recipes, as funny as it is, I might hide it underneath the other cookbooks, but it does have some really good recipes.
It does. It has some excellent recipes. Now, these are called flattered breasts, but the actual is sauteed chicken breasts.
What was that? Is it called what?
Flattered. Anyway, sauteed chicken breasts with garlic, olives, and wine.
Oh, very nice.
So that's what we're actually making.
Okay. So
and what I'm doing right now is I've taken some of our Food City brand skinless, boneless chicken breasts.
Okay.
And I cut them laterally in half. And then used a good heavy wooden rolling pin and roll these out to where they're about the same thickness. And then I've already cooked up 4 of them here, and you don't have to cook them for very long. They don't have to be done completely through, because once these are finished, once I've got a little browning on them, I'm going to pull those out of the pan, and in this same pan I'm going to make a sauce. And we're going to have all kinds of good things to go in that sauce.
Okay.
We're going to have, we've got red pepper, we've got garlic, and those 2 you saute first. Then we've also got butter, some dry white wine, flat leaf parsley. I've got some lemon juice over here, actually, the dry white wine, and some chicken stock. And we're going to make a real nice sauce with that.
Oh, nice.
And our lemon juice, of course, is from a fresh lemon. And once we get that done, then I'm going to bring these back into the pan and let them pick up the juices. And then when we're done, I'm also going to include a little bit of our 3-bean salad on the side, as cold on the side.
Nice. Okay.
And we'll have something to wash it down with. It's really nice.
So you went ahead and butterflied the chicken, and then you still went ahead and flattened it with a rolling pin.
Yes, I wanted all of them to be about the same, so they cook at about the same speed.
Okay.
And you don't have to worry about segments of them not being done. So.
Okay. And I see some flour over here. So did you kind of dip them in?
What I did with those, I just did lightly salt and pepper. We'll use a little cracked fresh pepper and a little bit of kosher salt.
Okay.
Excuse me, kosher salt. And then once I did that, then breaded them lightly with into my breading. And we're going to go ahead and put them in the pan.
Okay.
And this is some of our organic olive oil.
Love that stuff.
That we use to cook those in and get a little browning on them.
Okay, and like you said, you don't want to overcook the chicken because it's pretty thin, so you're just getting a nice...
No, if you'll notice, see, these are just lightly browned. And we're about ready to pull these 2.
Okay.
I'm going to put them back over here with the other ones. We'd hate for them to be alone.
Yeah.
Gotta have some company over here.
They do. They need some company. So now you're going to go ahead and work on the sauce part of it, which is, and I see you've got some nice Kalamata olives over here.
Oh, those are really nice too.
Okay.
So we're going to turn the temperature down a little bit. I'm going to let that pan slow down just a little bit here and calm down a little bit.
Okay.
And once it cools down, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to put in a pinch of red pepper. Now, when I made this for Miss Glenda,
she doesn't like things too spicy, does she?
No.
No. So
I threw in some red pepper and I sort of overdid it. And she was like, this is a little warm. So
just a hint.
I went back to the pinch that I was supposed to cook in.
Very nice. She appreciated that.
Right.
All right, we're going to let you go ahead and work on the sauce here a little bit, and then we can catch us up a little bit later on in the show. Does that sound good?
That'll work.
All right, foodcity.com for more power shopping tips and great recipes. You can find it all right there on their website.
The preceding portion of Daytime was sponsored by